Hi everyone, I'm back and I am not using the microphone, and hopefully I hope that I figured it out myself, the timer on this, and deleted old videos. And the microphone isn't working because it was not paired properly, which I found on the instructions, and I don't know how to do it. So I'm going to do the rest of this the way I always do it. It hasn't failed me yet. So this one here is done with the 24 gauge wire. I did complete the one with the 22 gauge wire and the camera cut out. And then I tried to pick it back up and it let me do 2 more branches. I did complete it. I'm waiting now for it to upload. So you'll get to see that and then we'll do a comparison. But it did mess up, so it's been a day. And now we're going to continue and have a better day. So, my friends, let's bead up this bracelet. I'm using the same beads from my mix, and then we'll do a comparison. Oops, and that jumped right off my wire. That one, I think, is broke. No. I try not to talk. This is why I got the microphone. It is because I try not to talk too loud, especially when it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm recording. But it was pointed out to me that even with the volume all the way up, you couldn't hear me. And so it was pointed out, not once, not twice, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I tried to fix it, and I will use the microphone again after I figure out the settings, because the way that sounded, the echo shouldn't be there. It has to do with the pairing. It wasn't completed, so one cycle is not allowing me to do like a noise reduction in a normal mode. So I guess that would be great if I was singing, and that's not going to happen. So for now, you have to just listen to me like this. It's worked so far for most of you. And these wires are definitely way too long. You can tell that I'm rusty, but I like them long, just not this long. So instead of cutting them 14 inches, yeah, I'd say take off a good inch, because no matter how you twist, these are going to be way too long. I don't mind them, but so it definitely doesn't need to be this long. Okay. Now if I wasn't working in a tray, all those would be all over my table and floor. I don't like working in this tray. I don't have enough room, so I have to stand so I can look at the monitor here and make sure that I'm in your view, which, you know, it's not ideal, but I can work with it for now. I did have it so that I was further away, and then I was asked if I could bring it closer because my hands were so far away. And there is a setting on my phone, the camera part, but I can bring it closer to my hands, which I have it now. I think it's too close. If you can see the dry skin and the pores on my skin, I'm too close. But if I bring it further away, my workspace is bigger, but then you can't see my hands as close. So I don't know. I'm still learning, guys. I think that I should be able to sit down and be able to look up and see, because I know where the camera is, and that should give me an idea or map out the area that you can see, just like with a little dot or tape or whatever. But as it is, this is it, right here. That's it, just a hand space together, two hands. So that's okay for now. I'm working on it, and I'll continue to work on it, and eventually I'll get it right, because I've already gotten it wrong, and that's okay. But anyway, I'm not complaining, I'm just sharing, venting. But on a different note, maybe later on today, I did learn one thing I can do with the microphone, the way that it is set up. I had the transmitter attached to the phone where you plug in to charge, which this phone is so old it has to be charging at all times when recording, but it does have the little thing to plug it in as well. So I had that on, the green lights were going, everything was great, except for I forgot to put the microphone on. So I recorded an entire video. It wasn't a long video, but it was 20 minutes with it on like mute with no sound. But that's good to know, because there are times I'd like to take you into the other room with me and sit at the table, but my husband is watching TV and I would like to be able to sit out there. I'll just do that, put it on mute, and you can watch what I'm doing if you want. And then you can put your music on and just relax. You don't have to listen to me babble. Especially when I want to work like on a private project that I'm not doing a tutorial. Then I don't feel like I have to talk, because it doesn't matter. You're not going to be able to hear me, but you'll be able to see. So, like for example, maybe later I'll work on some flowers. I know I said I was going to, and I've not. I actually made two, and they're kind of cute, and I don't see them right here. I cleaned up yesterday, and I don't know where they are. I think they're in the box. I have a box over here with wire and hoops and just stuff. I should do another tour of my workspace. It's all organized. Got rid of a lot of stuff. For a while I had nothing hanging on my boards, and I got rid of one of the boards. This one is round and I can't find the hole. Okay, we're gonna not use that one. That's why I like to use the bicones, the 4mm bicones, because I can pick them up easily, and the seed beads. Regular beads I can pick up as well if they're not broken, but yeah, there's another round one, and oh, I got it. Yeah, I like to stick with the bicones. Even the round crystals give me grief with my eyesight, but I try. And I'm in great shape for the shape I'm in, guys, for real. Be nice to yourself, especially if you're older. And be nice to yourself if you're not older, because you're going to get old. And that bead is too big. If you don't take care of yourself now, it'll show when you get later. It'll show when you get older, not later. In the littlest ways that are not so little when you get older. As I babble, I should put the thing on and shut me right up. Oh my goodness. So I did dump out my big bag of assorted round crystals and stuff. The same bag that I made the other floral with, all the different beads that I've just, crystals that I just haven't used, all different colors. But anyway, at the bottom I found all these 4 and 6mm, like what you see here, except for they were thrown in that bag, which normally I just throw them in the bucket. the canister. And so I separated them. I picked them all out. And I'm thinking about making a tree and using all the pretty, they were so pretty, lots of them, lots of crystals in 4 and 6 millimeter round and bicones. That'll make a really nice tree. I have an idea for something different. Again, I'm trying different. And I'm not going to use these, but these are part of like the ones that I found. And they are my favorites. And they won't look good on, well, they would look good on this, but I want to make a big tree. Well, 4 or 5 inch, I don't know yet. Want to do something, oh, that one's odd. So this is a lapis, and it looks okay until, I mean, it got on there, but then you look at it, it's shaped like a little heart, but it's also in the shape of an L, so it is just definitely not a workable bead. Now I know why that one was in my mix. This one is a bigger crystal. That one's a 6 millimeter. I'll just throw that on there. That's alright. I can use those red ones too. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'll put one on. Oops, not you. See, if I had used them all along, it wouldn't look so noticeable, but they do. All right, just for example, on my 4 seasons, I used alternating, some of them I did with beads, but then I just started using crystals because they're sun catchers and they look beautiful in a window. I would alternate the beads with a 4 millimeter bicone and a 4 millimeter round crystal because they fit really nice. Like sometimes when I'm working, I'll say I try not to put a big bead next to a small bead when I do clusters. That's why. Same thing for these. If you do decide to use like crystals, they're perfect. The bicones 4 millimeter are great. 6 millimeter also work really nicely, and if you alternate them, they look really, really nice. So on the, I think the last tutorial, video that I did, where I put a sneak peek of the 4 seasons in there, and I think I did a short on it as well. If you look close, you can see the, especially on the summer and the fall, the alternating size crystals. Yeah, it works out really well. Very pretty. I just thought you'd need to know that today. So happy Monday. Oh, I babble. I'm done babbling now. Abby's in the window and she's like, will you shut up? Yeah, that reaches. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, guys. Excuse me. Just edit that right out. Oh my gosh, today's just not my day to record. I think I'm gonna put that transmitter thing on with not with the microphone on. Maybe I'll start just not even talking, just putting it on mute and recording now that I know how. Oh my goodness. Whoever said that it was easy to record and just share your work didn't know how hard it really is to talk right, to not edit, or if you do edit, to edit properly and meet guidelines and watch your potty mouth and don't overshare. All the do's and don'ts. I break rules without even realizing it. Well, I've said a few not nice words, like potty words, but I hear other people, my goodness. Especially on, well, they're not crap channels, but podcast stuff that I don't know why I even listen to, because it's just total garbage that I don't need to hear right now. About junk that I don't really can't fix, so, but I hear the swearing and just name calling and just stuff. I just don't know how these people have a channel. Or some that just talk poorly about other people's children. Gosh, guys. I don't know. Must be me. I'm not even explaining what I'm doing, but if you saw the first one, you know what I'm doing. I'm just putting them on, wrapping around twice, and bringing them over. And this one here is the 24 gauge, so it's going by very quickly. They really do, for me anyway, because I've done them for so long, but I do like using the seed beads and the crystals more than the beads. They just fit better. I remember I did some of these with like Christmas tree theme, like red and greens. I did Easter colors and gosh, the birthstones. That's when I would do like the aquamarine. That's when you see all the light blue crystals. I would alternate like this color, sky blue, with the aquamarine for people that requested. I used to take orders for them. And yeah, do them with the amethyst with the light purple crystal in between the beads. They come out really pretty. And of course my favorite rose quartz, but the ones that I bought from Shane have a dirty look to them, so they're not usable. I think I still have them in a little container that needs to be tossed. They're worth what I paid for them. Shipping, they were really, I thought they were good. They're not good. Most of them are not good. Okay, let's see. We can push these wires down. I wouldn't be able to get in here with pliers, no matter what kind. I can push them down with these ones. These ones here are the flat tip, and they're a bit wider, but then I have to go back to the pointy ones, and then just get in there and give it a spin. I'm trying not to put my hand in front of the thing. But I still have to be able to see. There we go. Well, anyway, I'm going to just carry on with doing what I'm doing. And then just push them down, you know? And if it looks like that, a little not straight, don't worry about it. Because, ouch, ooh, that bit me again. This thing in here is dangerous. Careful. Just get in here. Now this is the 24 gauge, so the little bends are a little bit more gentle. Just as, you know, a reminder. It's a pretty tree, and it can break easy if you've broken a wire with the 22 gauge. Oops, sorry guys. It is much more fragile. So let's finish up. Stop my yapping. Throw some more twists just to bring it up to like where the beads are. We'll do it. No microphone. I will figure it out though, without help. Yeah, just like I learned how to edit. Oh, end caps too. We've got a little bit of everything in these containers. That's okay. Oops. Whoop. It's crazy because I have so many of these little, a lot of people wouldn't like working with the mixed bunch of beads like this that are, you know, they've been worked with. The crystals, I mean, they're perfect. They're like perfect, brand new. But I don't mind, especially because of what I'm using them for. You know, there's nothing wrong with them. I just feel like I know some of you could use them. If I could just give you a couple of handfuls, you could make a ton of stuff. I did try that, try and sell them in, you know, little gift boxes and whatnot just to help out. But you know what? Honestly, the postage, it's just not worth it. That was short-lived. And then somebody misunderstood me. And someone else actually said that they called me about them from Etsy. That just never happens. If you know anything at all about Etsy, you don't have my phone number. And for the few of you that do, we talk. Between email and, yeah, we know each other. It's been a year. But, anyway. See, I get chatty when I get antsy. A little bit aggravated. But it's okay. I really like these red. The fall colors, the red and the orange. And this pink is not my favorite. I don't like it. But it looked great for the season spring on my tree. My 4 seasons. Oh. I'm making noise and I'm making a mess. And I'm almost done. So if you're still here after half an hour, you deserve a prize. Let me know to claim it. Tell me you stayed here for the full duration of this. My goodness. I'm just gonna clip these off. Yeah, these are way too long. Take an inch off of that. You don't need to waste that much wire. And I strongly suggest the tweezers to push your wires down because I know I couldn't get in here with pliers. Yeah, I could prove it to you, but I have these ones here. These would not make it, and those are pretty standard. So, in my curved ones, they're about the same. So, tweezers, dollar store, nail clippers. I still have my nail clippers right here. I've always had them on my workspace. Not for my nails, though I should. Okay, got two more. Oh, four more. I'll give a fall branch here for my different color crystals. Oh well, almost. Seems like I started losing color over here. I don't like it. I'll put one of these on. Maybe not. I haven't even looked up. I hope I'm even in view. I may not be, guys. I'm so sorry. I have a big mess in front of me. For the area that you can see, great, because you don't want to see how many beads I have dropped. And wires that I've cut and just left everywhere instead of doing this, pushing them out of your way. My hands are going fast, probably all blurry. That won't happen again. Yeah, that was called, we think we found the bead, the hole for the bead. That was bad. Okay. I don't like that blue. That one there don't look good. This bead, and I'm not taking it off. There. I'm only doing this for just because I felt like it. I wanted to play with the microphones and see if I could get rid of my, you know, who needs a microphone when you talk so much? I should have thought of that. Instead of taking to heart, literally, that I was a mumbler and you can't hear me. Which, if you can't hear me and see me, I'm not teaching you. So, I'm gonna try to get better. I'm gonna work on it, just like you're working on your projects. And for the two that have complained and left me, not really bad comments, just a little bit of negativity, which I don't mind. Constructive criticism, I ask for it. But for everybody that has complained or left a negative about my speech, and even down to my accent, I guess, and it depends where you're from. But yeah, I have more people subscribed than unsubscribed, and I have people that have been here for the year and still watch my videos. So thank you. You know who you are. I know who you are. You're the best. move all this and try and get these somewhat, just so I can show you the side by side. So it's not quite in the middle. And I wasn't paying attention, so let's see if I can slide that over a little bit. I can move these around. I'm not going to play for perfection. So this one here, and you don't see that, is the 24 gauge wire, and this one is the 22. I don't know if you can see a difference in the trunk, maybe. And then the wire, this one here, yeah, the trunk is thicker. This one I didn't twist out as nice. I wasn't as careful. But there you have it. That's the difference. I'll take a photo of them side by side. 20, you hear my cat? What's the matter, baby? You okay? She's up in her window, and I have pillows and blankets on the floor because it's tough right now with her. 24 and 22. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.